this is it. This is what it's all been building toward. That seems like it would be so much more momentous if we weren't, halfway through the semester, a little bit over. Um, the reason that we have so much longer to go and we're spending all of it on this last unit is because one, this is really important. And two, I want to make sure that we take our time and do it right. So, everything that we have been doing so far this semester is practicing researching and writing a strong thesis statement and organizing a paper, because this is actually going to be about twice as long as the longest thing we've written for this class. It's going to be an 8 to 12 page paper, which for some of you might be the longest paper you've ever written. And if that's the case, woo, you're going to get through it. And there might be some of you who have done papers that are 15 pages long in high school or for your other classes here, and it feels like nothing. It's okay. I'm still going to be going slow because I want to work through the writing process properly, and make sure that we're spending plenty of time on every single step. Just like all of our other papers, this one is going to start with a proposal, but then before you start drafting your paper, I'm going to say keep working on the pre-writing, and you're going to write up an annotated bibliography that shows me what you're doing with your sources and how you're thinking about how those sources relate to the entirety of your paper and all of that kind of fun stuff. I'm going to have you outline your paper. I know some of you are probably thinking, I don't like outlining papers. Can I let you in on a secret? I don't either. But you know what? Whenever you get to a paper that's this long, it really helps, especially whenever you're trying to make it an extremely research-focused paper, like we are, because it shows you where you can put in each piece of research. It really does help. It is still a pain in the butt. I'm sorry, I can't make that go away, but it does help. And then we're going to slowly work through drafting the paper. You're going to knock out a couple pages, get all of that introductory material out of the way, get started on your argument, make sure your thesis is clear. Then you're going to get some feedback on it. Definitely from me, maybe from one of your classmates too, if you want to take part in an optional peer review. Then for the next week, you're going to do 4 pages of your paper, just 2 more pages plus improving the first 2. Great, so that gets us to about the halfway, maybe a third of the way mark on your paper, depending on how much you're writing. Then after that, you're going to write your first full draft, which does have to include a naysayer in your paper. Remember, this is an academic argument, so you have to think, what if I was wrong? What are the reasons I would be wrong? Are those reasons convincing enough to make me think I'm wrong? Obviously, they're probably not going to be enough to make you think that you're actually wrong because you've already thought about them. This isn't the first time. So you're going to have an 8-page paper at that point. And then you're going to read somebody else's for sure, and you're going to see what they're doing that works, and they're going to see what you're doing that works, and they're going to tell you what you're doing that's not working. And then you're going to take all of that feedback from me and from them and all the stuff that's been bouncing around in your head, and you're going to revise it into the final draft of the research paper. And then, guess what? You're done. And chances are, if you have stuck with it all the way to the end, statistically speaking, you are probably getting through English 2010. I don't want to say congratulations too early, so I'm not going to say that, but they're probably going to be in order by the time you're done with this unit. So let's just call that good.